think we are live. Not too bad. 5 minutes past schedule. That's to be expected. Just got in the door from work and just managed to get settled here. So let's just make sure we're good on YouTube. Yeah. Okay. Sounds good. Perfect. And I want to say first of all, hello and welcome to the chat. And let's turn on the camera here. There we go. And yes, I did. I got a haircut. I had to. Texas was too damn hot. I had to get a haircut. $25 at Quick Clips or whatever it was called. I swear to God, she was 5 minutes. Usually they trim it up with the scissors, but whatever. That's fine. Now let's take a look at the chat here. I want to say hello and welcome to Miskatonic Madman. Good to see you. And can you read that, or is that like, for example, this? Is it mirrored, or can you guys read that? Because it looks mirrored to me. Can you read that? Turn the camera off, for God's sakes. Thanks, FKHC. Don't worry, you know what? Let's throw up some pictures here. But let me know if that was mirrored or not, because I can switch the camera around. It's readable. Okay, so it's the right way for you and backwards for me. All right, good enough. Good to know. And hail Lemon Pie. Hey, Lemon Pie, good to see you. Matt, let me tell you right now. I know I did Austin last week. I changed around some pictures. I edited and changed the photos that weren't displaying properly last week. So we're gonna do take two, a few different photos, and some of the ones that were messed up last week and weren't showing properly. I redid them, so they should display, properly. But yeah, and it is readable. Okay, that is awesome. Yeah, because when I hold it up here and I'm looking at my own video, it looks completely backwards. So yeah, well bonus. I'm starting a bit early tonight because I've got an early day tomorrow up on a roof, doing a favor for a friend. And so, hey William, I see you. And so that's why it's a bit early. I'll try and wrap it up in an hour because I really should be to bed by 10:30 Pacific, an hour and 10 minutes. But yeah, so there's a sticker, and you can see it does have the shape of Texas, and it says "Don't mess with Texas." And so when you go to the Capitol building, they have a bookstore, and in that bookstore, not a bookstore, they do have books. It's a gift shop. They have books. But it sort of acts like an information center too. And so they gave me that for nothing, for free. They gave me two of those. They gave me two of these. Don't mess with Texas. So that is a litter barrel. So the Don't Mess with Texas is actually a litter campaign. And that's trademarked by the State Department of Transport. It says right there, Texas Department of Transportation, trademark. Don't Mess with Texas is a registered trademark owned by the Texas Department of Transportation. You know what? Texas Department of Transportation, fuck you. I don't think you own the statement, don't mess with Texas. In fact, I'm quite certain that Davy Crockett and Daniel Goddamn Boone and Jim Bowie all said that. I don't think you can trademark that. So there he is. You guys know who this is? What's this character's name? He is the little... I showed it there for a bit. Don't Mess with Texas. He's the litter campaign mascot. And if you said Daryl the Barrel, then you'd be right. That's Daryl the Barrel. Okay, so there we go. And what else did I pick up I picked up this. So that is when I do the Alamo show next week with Jill and Tiger Stripes, that is the uniforms of the Alamo soldiers. Yeah, so there you go. So I got that for free, and at the Capitol building. And I'll tell you what else they gave me. So I'll show you where Austin is. Because I like paper. In case your cell phone dies, I like a paper map and a pen. They gave me a real map. So if you can see in the center, here, oh, I can see through this. Here's Austin. Right there's Austin. This is Texas. And there's Austin. Right there, highlighted. So in my trip, I went up to Temple and up to Fort Worth. And I also went down and met Jill and Tiger Stripes at the Alamo down in San Antonio. Yeah, you can get that for free. And you can, it's a Texas state map, and it has the state flower, the bluebell. See? There you go. Hey, Greek letters. Oh, you want to hear about Jill? Oh, Jill and Tiger Stripes are fantastic. Jill! Holy crap. Do you want to, I know you probably are busy, but if you want to be part of the stream, I will send you a link. Exactly. And Jill is just saying hello to Miskatonic Madman. And Sashi's here, really? Where's Sashi? Oh, here, let's start in order. William Shakespeare, hello to you. Welcome. And yeah, phrasing. I did Austin. Yeah, that can be a dude's name, can it? Yeah. William Shakespeare says, hey guys, I'll be working, so I'll be up in the balcony, mostly just listening. Fantastic to have you here. Good to have you, my friend. And Greek Letters says, good morning, Spider-Man. Good morning to you. Good morning, Greek Letters. And we will get to some pictures. I just want to show you some of the things I picked up in Texas. They spelled the second word wrong. It normally starts with an F. Right. Don't fuck with Texas. That also rings true. Do you know what else I picked up at the Alamo? And Sashi. Oh, there's Sashi. Hey, Sashi, good to see you. And Jill. Jill says, I didn't even know there was a barrel mascot, actually. Yeah, owned by the Texas Department of Transportation. We want to hear about Jill CSM. Tell us about Jill. She's exactly as she is in person as she is on the tubes. As am I. I think most people said that. Old Man Bird said that. Sean Carter. I met Sean Carter, Old Man Bird, Tiger Stripes, Jill, Tyron, and Rennie. Let me see if I can get this without collapsing. Oh, that could have gone badly. I was up on two legs of this cheap camping chair. I go through a lot of camping chairs. The Canadian one's just about dead. The one that said Canada. There you go. All right. So this is, so I got this free at the gift shop. Don't mess with Texas. And look how pretty that is. That's the state. There's the state flower, the bluebird, the state animal, the armadillo, and the state clothing is cowboy boots. So yeah, and there's the map of Texas right there. The Lone Star State, although there are more stars than just one there now. And what else did I get, you ask? I'm glad you asked. Well, oh, right. So I was showing this. This is Republic of Texas currency. And yeah, they did have their own currency. And where was it? Paper map, eh? Yes, you will be on next week. Absolutely, with Tiger Stripes. I'm so happy you girls have agreed to do that. Because we're going to be doing the Alamo. Oh my goodness, I thought it was just one bill. Oh no. Oh no. And Sashi says, a paper map. Ages since I've seen one of those. See, when I'm in a foreign country, and if my phone goes down and whatever, it is the blue bonnet. I said the blue bell, didn't I? Blue bonnet. Thank you, Lemon Pie. The chat, I get like 80%, and the chat helps me with the rest for accuracy. So thank you, chat. And yeah, we can get some more people in here if you share out the stream, folks. I really appreciate that. Thank you. I am working on stuff and listening and chatting. Awesome, Jill. Thank you. I have an editing question for you. I'll send it in a private message because I can't use the editing software, and I could use a hint. I'm sure you can help me with. So let's take a look at this. So this is these are replicas, official, that I got at the Alamo of the Republic of Texas currency. They look old and actually feel old. They do. unique replicas of the original currency, 1839 to 1841. Sweet. Okay. So here is the 100. The 100. I think that's pretty darn important. That's pretty cool. And then, there we have the 50. All right, there's the 50. What's that? Does that say 20? That says 20. There's the 20. Isn't that interesting? They're only doing one side. Now, does that mean they were only printed on one side, or are these just the replicas that are on one side? That's a good question, because I don't actually own a real one. There's the 10. The Treasury Department 10. 1 year from the date of the sum of $10. Interest thereon at the rate of 10% per annum by virtue of an act of the Congress dated 9th June 1837, Houston, Texas. Interesting. Oh, the government of Texas promises to pay the bearer of the Treasury Department. So this 1 year from the date. I'm not sure how that works, but anyway, they had money back then. And there's the fiver. And it says 5 right across the bottom. And these are Roman 5s. That's some dude. I don't know who that is. So Sam Houston was governor twice. I know that with one period in between. And there's the $3 bill. Now, as of now, this is only the second $3 bill I've ever seen in my life. And I have shown the other $3 bill on one of my travel streams. Does anyone here know what country has another $3? Well, it's not dollars. If I gave the currency away, you'd recognize it. But it is a 3 denomination of this currency that I'm not going to say, because that would give you too much of a hint. And what else did I get here? I got some beer salt, some pickle flavored beer salt. I don't know why the Texans salt their beer. We have some Texans in the chat. Perhaps they can explain that to me. But we do have some beer salt. Yeah. And then, and this was another sticker that my buddy Tyron, shout out to Tyron Lethbridge, don't tread on me. And that's a typical with a sword and a viper. And that is something that you see all over Texas, this symbol right there. Now, what else did I get? Well, I got to go here. I got to go shooting an AR-15 and a couple of 9mm handguns. And I may or may not have concealed carried that day all around Texas. I might have. I might not have. I might have had a 9mm in my pocket, in my pants. Not in my pocket, down the front of my pants, if I were to do such a thing, which I can't remember if I did or not. It's very... So let's look at some modern American money for contrast. Okay, now those of you not in America, this might be interesting to you, although you do see these all over the place in the world, but not a 50. I never saw a 50 American dollar bill in Vietnam or Southeast Asia. That's quite a bit. So, Sashi, that's for you, buddy. And Greek letters, you've probably seen an American 50, I suspect. There is the Capitol building. The one in Texas is 14 feet bigger than this one, which is in Washington, D.C. So there's a 50. And what else do we have in American currencies? We have a fiver, and that's Abe Lincoln, Men in Tights. There you go, and he sits in there. I have seen that in Washington, and I'll get right back to the chat here quickly. And there's George, Mr. Washington, on the $1 bill. For those of you in the world that haven't seen a $1 bill, and yeah, that's I have to ask Rancor Steve about that, the Masonic symbolism there. What else do we have? I stopped at a Buc-ee's. And Buc-ee's is the best gas station chain in the world. I had a trouble because they spell it weird, so I couldn't find it at first. But that is a Buc-ee's. That's for a friend of mine. And, what else did I? I went to barbecue. Old Man Bird took me out to dinner, and he took me here, the oldest barbecue in Texas, run by the same family, established in 1932. Is that what that says? 1932. Yeah, there we go. I think the Alamo was 1827. And yeah, here, I normally have my Cardinal Sin cup, but this is the Black's. This is the Black's plastic cup. It was too nice to throw out, so I took it home as a souvenir. Used it to get water in the airports and so forth on the way home. And oh, here's an American quarter. What the hell is that? Oh, okay. Those are guys fighting in a battle. Those are soldiers marching in a battle. And there's the other side. That is the common side, with that dude's head on it, Liberty. But they often put different things on their quarters just for fun. Often. And ooh, what else? Ooh, what else? Oh, there's something in here. The Alamo, it says. What is at the Alamo? What did I get at the Alamo? Ooh, look at that. That's what I got at the Alamo. That's a postcard, much nicer than any picture I can take. That is what the Alamo looks like. Now, oddly enough, the curved bell-looking shaped part at the top was added after the Battle of the Alamo, like a couple decades after. So that is during the Battle of the Alamo, the famous battle. It was just squared off and flat all along the front edge, and that bell section was added, like I said, after. So I learned that. I also learned, well, we'll talk about the Alamo next week, but anyway, that's the Alamo. I'll save that. What else did I get? Ooh. That's the Buc-ee's, the best gas station in the world. It's like a Walmart with like 50 pumps, 100 pumps out front. And importantly, they sell brisket sandwiches, which were delicious. I have a picture. And they sell fudge. And yeah, I ate quite a bit of it. But it was full. But they have like 15 different kinds of fudge in here. And it is so darn good. As a matter of fact, let's try this one right there. That is, I have no idea what kind that is. It's delicious is what it is. I'll tell you what, Texas knows how to barbecue and make fudge. So let's put a picture up here. That's much more interesting than looking at me. And then I'll get right back to the chat. There we go. Okay, so that is well, that's Toronto at sunset because I flew through Texas, through Toronto to get to Texas. You don't have to. I don't recommend it. You had a haircut Texan style. I did indeed. Hey, Sabrina's Espresso. Good to see you. We're going to go for about another 45 minutes here, and I'm going to show you some of the pictures that I messed up last week. And thank you. The State Flower was the blue bonnet, not the blue bell. That's right. Did I get cowboy boots? No. A couple $100. I'm going to live there, man. I'm going to spend winters in Texas. So at that point, I will get a good pair of cowboy boots once I got a bit more money, I think. And Miskatonic Madman, did you get spurs for your boots, CSM? You know, I didn't. I don't have cowboy boots, so I can't get spurs until I get the cowboy boots. And that will happen. We will do that. I will do that. Okay, see, now last week I had cut off these poor Texas Rangers horses' legs, so all you could see was the top part. So there is the picture properly edited so that you can see both Texas Rangers on their horses, and the horses do have legs. CSRM, you are now the official Canadian ambassador to Texas. Oh, geez. Canada would not like what I would do if I was the actual Canadian ambassador to Texas. I'd be saying USA, USA at every meeting. Thanks, Lem. Thanks, anti-derivative Jill. You know what? I'll put our current ambassador up on test. I'll put him up on. I'll see who's more popular with the Texans, him or me. I'd go up against him or her. Probably it's probably a lesbian handicapped woman of color. I'm not even kidding. That not a bond. That's a bill. That's a bond, not a bill. Oh, well, that's what they were using. I don't know the difference. I mean, I can't recognize a bond unless it's James. And speaking of beer salt, holy crap! Let's get a beer. Anti-derivative Jill says, "We love our pickles in general, and yes, we like to put beer salt on Mexican beer." Huh. Okay, well, I have sent a link to West Kegel, but he's quite possibly busy somewhere. So you might have to just put up. And I sent one to Rod Thunderheart as well. So I might have to put up with just me. Cheers to those of you who might have an adult beverage. Jill says, yes, how did I know that Rennie took you shooting? Well, Tyron did. Rennie had to work, but yeah, it was great fun. It was fantastic. Yeah, that was a lot of fun. No injuries. It's perfectly fine. We had a lot of fun. Greek letters, DNAC Larson says, Mexicans put cheese on their food and Texans put salt in their beer. Check. True. That is true. Sabrina's. And yes, Jill is here. Awesome. Matt G. Matt G is here? Matt G's here. Where the hell is Matt G? Did he sneak in? Did I see Matt G? Well, if you are here, great to see you. Sashi says, I recently viewed a video of someone who was arrested for using a 20-pound coin in a store in the UK. The police had to pay the guy £4 in compensation for false arrest. Good. Oh, not £4, £4,000. Damn. Of course, the police don't have any money of their own. That is taxpayer money. But Buc-ee's, I'm glad you found it. Jill, I went to 3 different Buc-ee's. The one up in towards just where the highway splits. You know exactly where the highway splits, and it goes around east around Dallas, and then it goes around west around Fort Worth, because they're 2 halves of the same city. Right there at the split in the south is a huge Buc-ee's, and it has a giant bronze beaver. And I had left my phone in my car, which normally at a gas station isn't a problem. I would have gone and got it, except at the Buc-ee's, my car was 50 gas stations away and like half a kilometer. So I took a picture with my head, the bronze beaver. I'm sure you've all seen bronzed beavers before, especially any of those that have gone to nude beaches. Dean Larson says, in the $1 bill, it should say, "In God We Trust." Well, I don't have. Let's see. Here's the $1 bill. This note is legal tender for all debts, public and private. $1, George Washington, Federal Reserve note, the United States of America. In God we trust. You know what? It does, sir. Right there, right above the 1, where it says 1, it says, "In God we trust." Now, it doesn't specify which God. I'm a big fan of Thor as a god. I do like Thor as a god. He's just as real and was believed as just as many people for actually probably historically a longer period of time. I bet you they believed in Thor for longer than 2,000 years. Anyway, but that's just speculation on my part. Anyway, hey, Bone is here. Hello, Bone. I remember the Alamo. Well, good to have you here, Bone. Thanks for being here, and I welcome you. And let's just see if I can find you. There you are. Bone, I'm going to make you blue just because I recognize you. And how do I do that? I do this, add as a moderator. There's no obligation with that. You are standard moderator. I just want to see everybody blue, and especially if I recognize you, or well, mainly if I recognize you. So there you go. Let's see how many wrenches I can get up to for one channel. I think I'm up to about not 100, but under 100. Probably close to it. Is that a Delaware quarter? It might be. I didn't read. Does it say on it where it's from? Liberty and God We Trust. And that is George Rogers Clark. George Rogers Clark. And then Indiana. That's Indiana. Okay. Well, there are other ones here. I didn't know they all had places. This is, oh dear, E pluribus unum, United States of America. Doesn't say where this is. Ihomaikaliki. Oh, that's Hawaii. That's good. Here, I'll make myself big. That's Hawaii. See that the Hawaiian girl is right under my tapping finger. That's her face. Right there. So that is Hawaii. Very cool. And then the back, of course, is the standard, as always. So there you go. So I guess they are from different states. Interesting. I did not know that. Oh, and the Black's Barbecue. Yeah, that's they do all kinds of stuff. There's their locations. And I was in the Lockhart. I think I was in New Braunfels. I was in New Braunfels location, which not only on this business card, but physically is south of Austin. Half an hour maybe. Oh, that was I think that's their original location. It looked pretty darn original to me. There you go. And Greek letter says, rumor has it that Benjamin Franklin designed a $1 bill with the inscriptions, mind your own business. Love it. You change the B to an F. What Bucky's be called? Fuckies? Yeah. FKHC, yes, the Alamo does have a basement. It's a tiny storage space. But I did find Pee Wee's bicycle. It was not in the basement. But there is one in the gift shop. Yeah, okay, that's right. My kids love that fudge. Thank you. So, oh yeah, Jill, I got a couple of packages of them. It's heavy. There's so much sugar. I bet you that's gonna last your kids a month, Jill. I'm sure it'll last quite a while. It'll last me about 3 days. But yeah, your kids shouldn't eat as much sugar as I do, because they probably don't need it. Yes, the fudge. The fudge. What the fudge? Damn, East Texas, says Jason Love. I want to see, I only went pretty much straight down the center of Texas, and I really want to see West Texas, El Paso, and get over to East Texas and go diving maybe, or snorkeling. Not making fire, boo. No, oh, hey, Kronos, good to see you. No, the fire ban is on until October 17th. Then I can have bonfire streams again. And cheers to you, Kronos. I saw you earlier. So now this is one picture that I had cropped a little too much. So I've opened it up here. I've edited it, and you can see better. You can see it more properly. It says, yeah, the cost of freedom. And that is a soldier being taken by the angel of death from what I'm guessing would be his wife or his mother, more likely his mother. He's probably 18 years old or 19 years old. But yeah, the price of freedom, in case you don't understand this statue, is young men dying. And occasionally the women as well. But mostly men in the armed forces. And much to the chagrin of the bad guys, I'm sure. They would love to have a whole squadron of blonde California girls heading at them, I bet. But it doesn't, yeah, that wouldn't be good. We're not going to get into that. Sorry. Not every Spidey stream is a bonfire one, but I do love those. Yeah, 4 more weeks. 4 more weeks, Kronos. And yes, good to see everyone. And who has beer? Well, I do, Kronos. I got a couple. Just you is awesome. Oh, okay. Well, thanks, Jill. It'll go quicker with just me. Thank you. Howdy, Jason Love. Although I will get tired of talking and hearing my own voice, I guarantee you that. Yay, Lemon has beer. Man, Lemon, awesome. I'm going to go all around Texas in my Spidey suit one of these years very quickly, perhaps still this year. We'll see. So, Lemon Pie, keep your eye out. Excuse me. I will let you know. And you can put a big lemon on your head and wave to me, and I'll know who you are. I'll know it's lemon. But you will definitely see me in Texas shortly again. Wes Cagle was on Dadman stream a couple of hours ago. Okay, well, then perhaps that's where he is. Yeah, I don't get the salt in the beer either. It keeps the flies off, apparently. Oh, Matt G, is Sabrina? Are you friggin' kidding? I've been saying hello to Sabrina for a couple of weeks now. I did not know that. Thank you, Anti-Derivative Jill. Jeez. I did not know that. But I guess it's shorter than the other one, so that's good. Okay, what did I have 2 pictures there? Okay, yeah, that's the modified one. That was there. There you can see the Angel of Death's face a little better. That bitch. And here's a war that is not the Alamo, but it is starts with an F, and I was corrected last week. So that is an alternate battle. One following the Alamo, where the Spanish got their ass kicked because everyone kept shouting, "Remember the Alamo!" The Alamo was bad because they killed all the prisoners. There's there's inside the Capitol building, inside the Senate. And oh, hey, Herc 130. Good to see you, my friend. We're just doing a take 2 of Austin, Texas. The UK is absolutely fucked. Yes, Kronos, it is. It is. Well, you know what? It's like an alcoholic. Sometimes you got to hit rock bottom before you recover, and before you can start climbing up. Jason Love, good to see you. Very good to see you. So I was just, can I make beaver jokes? Absolutely, you can. I would be upset if you didn't, Kronos. And you can put just about anything in this chat. It's fine by me as long as it's not insulting to others. Go for it. And I don't mean, their feelings are hurt. I mean directly. But yeah, you can absolutely make beaver jokes. Please do. The UK needs a William Wallace movie, not history. They need something. Nice beaver. That would be Frank Drevin from, I believe. Can I make peach jokes? Absolutely you can. I insist. You can, Kronos, just don't call me Shirley. Hail to you, says Herc 130. Excellent. Was Loki a god? Because, well, I think he was. I absolutely do believe he was a demigod. One. Yeah, that is the one. Always make sure you have your beaver stuffed. Well, that is a good advice just all around. Hey, Shirley, so you push in the buttons. See, if you tell Kronos not to do it, he's going to do it. Bone is a cat. Probably you can identify as that if he wishes. Venus is the god I worship because she's a hottie, says William Shakespeare. Excellent. What's your vector, Victor? Oh man, that is such a good movie. Airplane. Wrenches for everyone. Hooray. Yes, absolutely. I love that movie too, Kronos. They issued quarters with different state names at one time. Oh, okay. Herc says, so I'm not special being a wrench. Well, you are special because you have the biggest wrench. Indiana quarter, yay. I was a kid when they started making the state quarters. Okay, cool. State quarter, I guessed wrong. You told me I was special. Rode the special bus too, says Herc. I would love me some barbecue. It was so good. Herc, you are still special to me. Absolutely. As a matter of fact, let's just remove this. So this is the Buc-ee's t-shirt that I picked up. And you have Texas. And you have... that's the state tree, probably, and that's a state cow. And these say, what does that say? Clean revolution? Clean restrooms. Clean restrooms. Texas Roundup. Oh, this is at Buc-ee's. Beaver nuggets. Yes, Buc-ee's does have beaver nuggets. And it has a wall of jerky at the bottom. Yes, it certainly does. And famous fudge. Oh yeah, fudge and jerky. Yes, it does. They definitely do. I agree. So there we go. So moving on to more interesting pictures, because I do have a fair few. So there's the beautiful. I guess they're not Parliament rooms. They're the state Senate rooms. And there's the Battle of the Alamo. And yeah, it was pretty bad. The Alamo was fantastic. Please join us next Thursday because Anti-Derivative Jill, Tiger Stripes, and myself will be doing an in-depth travel stream on the Alamo with pictures of the real thing and also historical images such as this. And we'll tell you all about the history as it was told to us. And there's right below the Capitol dome in the Capitol building is this floor, and that shows the 5 different countries that owned Texas at one time: Spain, Holland, Mexico, United States, and France, I think. Yeah, there we go. There's okay. See, there's the top. And then underneath that dome directly is that. And way at the top on that on the dome, as I showed last week, is the Lady Liberty holding a sword in her right hand and a lone star to represent Texas in her left. And there's the Capitol grounds are just gorgeous, beautiful. As I showed you, and it was a nice day when I was there. It was fantastic. Oh, I cut off her head again. Damn it. I thought I changed that. Well, yeah, her head is cut off. Damn it. That's okay. I got a better. And there's inside the dome. And there's up inside. There's the Lone Star right at the top. There's one of the cool buildings of. It does look like an owl. Someone said that is in Austin. Kronos CSM was in one of the barbecue heavens. Oh, you better believe it, Jason Love. That was incredible barbecue. I had barbecue almost every day. Maybe I did have it every day. Herc 130 says the Delaware state motto is, "Hi, we are from Delaware." Cheers to the chat. This is the Lucky Logger, and I am pretty lucky to be able to speak to all of you all around the world. R.I.P. Pee Wee Herman. Yeah, Kronos. Well, I found his bike. There is a fire ban, but it's not where you are. It's just where I am. Is Austin packed with atheists? Says Greek letters. Well, there's a lot of people with dyed hair and nose rings, and a lot of guys that are pretty fit for straight men. Yeah, I'm gonna say. But now, having said that, I am also not a believer. I am an atheist, or what's the other one? Not an atheist. It's something that just doesn't believe in. You know what I believe in? I believe in myself, and I believe in the values that the Bible preaches. But no, I don't believe in any. There's just too many gods. If I was born in Norway 500 years ago, I would believe in their gods, and just as adamantly and vehemently as the people believe in Jesus today. Or if I was born 1,000 years ago here in North America, I would believe, as the native peoples did, that every tree and rock and river had a spirit in it, and you would pray to them, and you would honestly believe them as well. So there's that's why I don't believe, because apparently we're going to take Spidey deep sea fishing someday. My husband offered, and we're taking our fishing seriously. Yes, Jill, if you're seriously, I'm in. I went in Mexico, so I'm not a newbie. I was on that rod for 8 minutes, just cranking on that rod. Yeah, Kronos, you go ahead. You run with that one, buddy. But anyway, I landed the fish. Pyro. And October 17th. Greek letters said, do Texans shoot someone if he accidentally stepped on their Porsche? No, that's here. That's where I am in the rural Okanagan. No, definitely not in Texas. They don't do that. They look first and then shoot. Here, not around here, not so much. You're likely to get a handgun in Texas. You'll get a 12 gauge here. There are families that shoot dogs if they wander onto their property and because they have livestock. So, and no warning either. The dog is shot. That has happened around here. 12 gauge style. I'm not condoning that. I'm just saying it does happen around here because everyone has shotguns behind their doors. We don't have much crime around here either. Texas girls, yes. Austin seems mostly girls, I gotta say. And they were pretty fit. Some of them with nose rings and dyed hair. I did wear my Doomcock t-shirt all around Texas that afternoon saying, winning the war on woke in a royal blue. I highly recommend you going to Doomcock's shop and getting one because they are cool and it really turns some heads. Although one big black guy on a bicycle with a helmet, he waved enthusiastically upon seeing the t-shirt, or me one of the two, but I'm assuming he recognized. Only if they are European Greek letters. Well, I think all Greek letters are by virtue European because they're Greek. Lemon pie. Do Texans gals shave their beaver? Well, the one I saw in Bucky's, he was pretty smooth, I gotta say. Herc 130 here in Abilene, Texas. We have a missile silo that filled up with water, and you can dive in it, called Valhalla Silo. Look it up. Well, why didn't you tell me this? I would have came and visited you and slept on your couch and gone diving in that. Why are you telling me now, Herc 130, when I'm back in Canada? Damn it. I would have done that. Dude, we could have had a time. William Shakespeare Spielberg says, right, Kronos, Paul Rubens was a comedic genius. He was indeed. And I've got his bicycle here. So let's stop talking and start showing some pictures. And Kronos says, hey, William. Excuse me. Mekaleki hi. Meki hi hi ho. Mekaleki hi. Meka hi ho. That sounds like Tiny Tim with the ukulele might say that. Matt G plus Loki. He really liked his bike. He did. I liked his bike. Jill liked his bike. Jill's husband liked his bike. Bottle of San Jacinto. That is the tequila that I saw advertised on American. You know what? United Airlines and American Airlines, you guys, American, and I don't mean by the brand name American, I mean United States Airlines, kick ass. I flew on Air Canada, our state airline, and it's just so bare bones compared to the American style airlines, and they were no more expensive, but I got a free beer on the American Airlines, one of the Two Hearts 7%ers, which was good. It's an IPA, and then I don't know who makes it, but it's called Two Hearts. It's got dragons in it, not in it, on it, maybe in it, I don't know. And they had power ports and they had video screens, and the staff didn't have resting Quebec bitch face expressions on their face. They were super friendly, even the Mexican ones. No, it was the American Airlines, and I mean United States Airlines operating out of America are top notch. You guys really know how to do it. I'm sure you have complaints about it, but coming from Canada, I thought it was pretty darn good. Machi equals Loki. Yeah, I believe that. Well, so does... No, Kronos is sort of a Loki as well. Antidirt of Jill says, ooh, I've seen that painting. I went to the state capitol when I was a teen. Well, that's exactly where it was, right on the main floor. That big, large painting. It was like 12 feet wide and 8 feet tall. Large Marge. Oh, yeah. There were definitely... I've heard the beaver tastes good. Yeah, it's illegal to eat it here in Canada. Peaches and beavers? Yeah. No, you can't eat beaver in Canada. It is illegal. An airplane. Oh, geez. Are we that behind in the chat? Shit. Okay. Anti-drift Jill. I'm up in the balcony like you tonight. Good to see you, says William Shakespeare Spielberg. So this was a Brazilian steakhouse right in Austin, and it's called Fogo de something. Look it up. And it is if you Google Brazilian steakhouses in Austin, this was the first one, and it's Fogo de something I can't pronounce. But anyway, this was the buffet, and you have to be careful not to eat too much of the prosciutto, and the smoked salmon there in the foregrounds, and all the cheeses that you can see down the way, because then you won't have room for the meat that comes around to your table and they just carve it off of skewers. Delicious. So make sure you don't fill up on this. Make sure you save room for the steak. And okay, so there's what the lady looks on top of the Capitol building. This is a mailbox or an electrical box that had it painted on the side of it that I grabbed the picture. And that's a Bic. Yeah, no, that is a Bic. Yeah, my Bucky's Bic lighter. Yeah, it is definitely. It says right there. Bic. You are correct. Probably give that away to a friend of mine. Oh, hey, Tiger Stripes is here. Hey, Tiger Stripes. It was so nice to meet you in person. Fantastic. Thank you. You did all the driving. Shout out, chat to Tiger Stripes. If you get a chance, let her drive you somewhere. She's a fantastic driver. She's got all the tunes, and we just had a lot of fun. Even with my navigation and the navigation computer, that we still had a lot of fun. That was great. Thank you so much for that, Tiger Stripes. Oh, the cow. The cow is a longhorn. Yeah, I have a picture of me on a cow. But I'll show you that. That's when I do the Fort Worth, and maybe I'll convince Tyron to come on and do Fort Worth at one of these next travel shows. And I'm on a longhorn in the stockyards in Fort Worth. Tyron was the one that took the picture, as a matter of fact. I missed reading your response. LOL, says Herc. Hey, Tiger Stripes. Hello, everyone saying hello, Tiger. And DA the cow is horny. Oh yeah, Duckhorn, not DA. Anyway, yeah. He's very horny. It's like the horns were wider than my arm width, my arm span. So bigger than 5'6" anyway. Pop Culture Republic. Good to see you. Hello all. Good to see you. You visited Texas there, Canadian Spider-Man. Yeah, I'm very happy I visited Texas. And I want to say all the people, Tyron and Rennie and Jill and her family and Tiger Stripes and Sean Carter and Old Man Bird in particular, you guys were so generous and just with your time and treating me and everything. So thank you so much. I do appreciate that very much. And it's the down home hospitality. And now Texans are very proud, but humble. It's a weird combination of being very proud to be Texans and Americans, but also very humble and salt of the earth. So that's a unique combination. And it was just really, really hospitable place. And yes, I'll be on stage next week. William Shakespeare says anti-derivative Jill and with Tiger Stripes. Hopefully we can all get that. And we can do it earlier than this if you ladies want to. We can start it at 9 p.m. Pacific or even 8:30 if you wish. William Shakespeare says Alamo Stream. I still remember my visit there from 40 years ago. Holy crap, William Shakespeare. Well, join us next week and you can have running commentary. And Texas owned itself too. That's the sixth flag. Oh, right. Thank you, Tiger Stripes. It did own itself. It was a republic. And I have the currency that maybe you missed, but I got this in the Alamo gift shop. The currency from the Alamo to prove it. And Tiger Stripes, in case you weren't here, Jill says, right. And the Longhorn is the mascot of the University of Texas at Austin. Oh yeah, right. Oh, look, Walker, Texas Ranger. I looked for him. Jason Love. I didn't see him. But Tiger Stripes, just so, this is, because you might have missed it earlier. So this is the Buc-ee's fudge. And yeah, I've eaten quite a bit of it, but yeah, fudge. So good. So good. You want some of this? Texas fudge. There's it's all cut up into pieces. So good. Yeah, it looked much prettier when I first got it, but it tastes the same. It tastes just as good. Old Man Bird gave me an idea while he was driving me to the airport. Thank you again, Old Man Bird, for driving me to the airport. I made it home. I made it home. It was touch and go there for a while, but I did make it home. And while we were driving, we were talking. You said, we were talking about food and pictures of food. And I said, holy shit. He gave me the idea to do I think one of these wet weeks coming up, I'm going to do a food trivia question, an international food picture trivia stream on one of these Thursdays coming up. So we'll just show pictures of food and the chat will guess where it's from and what it is. So there you go. Perfect. Anti-Drill Jill, I look forward to that one. Oh, the stream next week? Perfect. Someone wants to be a photographer. Kronos, you know what a famous photographer told me? To become a photographer, you just take lots and lots and lots of pictures. And I've been doing that since, for the last 40 years, my friend. I've been taking pictures around the world for the last 38 years, to be specific. Well, I guess if you include Maine, USA, the state next to New Brunswick, I guess it is for 40 some years. Mm-hmm. Old school photos, man. Yep. I'm scanning them in as we speak. Spain, France, Mexico, U.S. Confederate, Texas are the Six Flags. Right. Thank you, Lemon Pie. Oh, I said France. That wasn't France. That was Texas, wasn't it? No, France. No, I did. Yeah, France is there. Spain, France. I said those. Mexico, I said that. I said U.S. I didn't say Confederate. And Texas is the last one. Thank you. Texas was the one that I didn't mention. They did own themselves. Austin was a fun town to live in 25 years ago. I wouldn't live there now. No, I really want barbecue, says Kronos. I kind of agree with that pop culture. It was, but it was fun wearing my Doomcock shirt around, annoying the lefties. And there you go. Speaking of, there's Wonder Woman, and she's celebrating a woman's suffrage to gain the right to vote. And that was right beside the river, actually, right beside the Congressional Bridge, I believe it's called, where all the bats fly out of certain times of year. Brisket with a slice or two of cheese. Ooh, Jason Love. I did not try. Oh, no. Tyron and Rennie and I had queso with brisket in the middle. So that's like the white, goopy Mexican-style cheese or Texas-style cheese. So it's not like having brisket with like blue cheese or something. It was okay. Everyone's saying hello. Agnostic, thank you, Anti-Dirt Jill. Yes, I think I'm agnostic. I don't know the difference, but I believe from when I did look it up, I think that's what I fit. Tequila. Love tequila, Jason. Love tequila. One of my favorite drinks, and you don't get schmammered on it. So that's also important. And yes, Lemon Pie, agnostic is the word I may have been looking for. You're right. I believe in something greater than myself. Well, good. Well, I mean, Spider-Man. I do believe in Spider-Man. I believe in Joe Henry, as the song goes. Greek letters. Excellent. I'll stick with Jesus, says Jason Love. Yeah, fair enough. Jason Love, Jesus, just all right with me. Okay, perfect. Yep. Well, we welcome all here, and I support each and every one of you to believe in whatever. If someone wants to believe in the flying spaghetti monster, I support your right to believe in it, as long as you don't force me to do. But I certainly do. And there's the Cabela's, and I didn't cut off the cowboy's head this time. The Cabela's here had a giant aquarium, a giant stuffed animal exhibit. Apparently, the one in Calgary does as well. I thought it was just Texas, but it is not. You played with your rod. Now, this is a family show. No one said this is a fucking family show. I did not say that. In fact, I often put disclaimers saying kids should not watch my content. Definitely not. I am not a kid-friendly Spider-Man. I'm the Spider-Man that shows up with a 60-pounder and a doobie. You were cranking what? Yeah, I was cranking yeah. Lemon Pie, it sounds like Spidey is an atheist. Well, see, I don't know the difference between an atheist or agnostic. But yeah, I believe in myself and being a good person. As long as you're not being a sucker. Yes. I used a shotgun. Shotgun is the way to go. Nice kickback. Yeah. Tiger, he said not atheist, but that's the word I'm looking for, but I won't speak for Spidey. No, you go ahead, Lemon Pie. You can speak for me if you want. But yeah, we only said it because he was looking for a name other than atheist, Tiger Stripes. I'm sure if he's sure of his belief, you're right. But if he leaves open the possibility that there may be... Oh, no, I don't believe in that at all. No, I don't believe there's any power greater out there. It's all chemistry and human imagination. And then he could be agnostic. Yes. Whichever one doesn't believe in anything and there's no possibility of a higher power. Others are perfectly free to believe that, and I support them and support their right to do so. Just I personally, until I see it in front of me, which will never happen. There are so many Texans that Spidey needs to visit. I know. I only visited like half of you guys down there. Lemon Pie, but he says he didn't believe, and agnostic isn't sure. Oh, that's the difference, Tiger Stripes. Okay, thank you. But is open to the possibility. Okay, Tiger Stripes. Got it. Well, I mean, as a believer in science, I mean, you have to be open to everything on if if the evidence is put in front of you. So yes, if Jesus appeared in front of me magically, then I would have to believe, wouldn't I? But there's just a chance, the highest chance of that is happening as Thor appearing in front of me, according to my beliefs. Nice spread. I have some Marmite in the fridge. Speaking of spreading, Kronos. Jill is it is a big state, and I would like to do a road trip. If I move down there legally, of course, I will drive my 440 Dodge RV down there, and I will use it to RV all over the state because gas is cheap. It was like $2.60 in most places in Texas. That's a giant garfish. That's the aquarium in Cabela's, and that's the aquarium. That's a garfish. Very cool. I don't know what the hell that is. That's another fish. Not sure. But it's in the aquarium. Ooh, and that's Whataburger. That's me in the Doomcock shirt, and Whataburger is there. Puts on a Queen's bicycle. So Jason Love. Antidote Jill says, we couldn't even visit all of San Antonio in one day. I also wanted to take him to the Tower of Americas and the Riverwalk. Yes, I think you could spend a week in San Antonio. Good song, says Kronos. Lemon Pie says, I passed along to Old Man Bird to be sure and tell you about the bike. Okay, thank you. I did see the bike, and I've got pictures right here. Riverwalk is a must. Herc 130, when I go back, I sure as heck will. And hey, Pleasant Valley Picker, I am not over, but I will be ending here in about 20 minutes. But thank you, and I'm still going. Yeah, still doing the travel stream in Austin. We're just focusing on Austin. This is Austin, Texas's greatest burger joint, Whataburger. Great, and that's a huge burger. That's onions and mushrooms and cheese and no mushrooms, sorry, onions and peppers and bacon, and just it's massive and it's really good. It's their best chain burger. I'm sure there are private shops that do better burgers. So there's Austin downtown, walking across I believe that's the Congressional Bridge, and there's Google. The Google building was right there. Austin has something I've never seen in other city. Dozens of fully driverless cars, fully automated driverless Ubers. And actually it was Tiger Stripes that while we were sitting waiting for barbecue at Franklin's barbecue, we saw a whole bunch of these go up and down the street while we were when we had first met. And yeah, they were driverless, and people were using their phones and booking an Uber, and all of a sudden this driverless car would show up. So you know what I should have done? I should have got one and then did a video of it. That'll be next time. That'll be next time. Ooh, and here's an owl. That's a lot of cool statues around Austin. And this is a stone owl, and this is at right downtown, one street up from the river, right across a bridge there. That's there. And this is the the Austin City Limits was a TV I watched on Maine Public Broadcasting all throughout childhood. And Austin City Limits has live music and really popular, famous guys and girls. And so that's the studio right there, which I thought was cool. Kronos says, Freddie was a great singer, made bad life choices. Yeah, Freddie Mercury from Queen, yeah. Anti-Derivative Jill says, I took Texas history in university for fun. I need to brush up for next week. I have a book somewhere. Oh, please do, Jill, but don't put too much. Don't put yourself out. But if you can, that'd be great. Hey, PvP, says Lemon. Bad. Yeah, I got it, Kronos. I read it bad. Pleasant Valley Picker says, okay, you would have partied with Jill. Well, we partied at a Mexican restaurant with her kids and her husband and Tiger Stripes and myself and Jill and a lot of people with piñatas. There were piñatas everywhere. Greek Letters says in the chat, did you stumble upon Okay, I have no idea what happened there. I do not know what's going on. That was, wow, there was a huge glitch that just happened. What the hell happened there? All right, let's try. I don't know, but moving on. Yeah, that's the one we'll grab. We'll put that up. Okay. Moving on. Taxis are expensive. They are. I decided, F it. I need to make a commitment to. Oh, okay. Let's see. Okay, that's going up. Okay. Da-da. Okay. Ooh, there's lots of chat. Oh shit. Okay. Pop Culture Republic. Take care, Pop Culture Republic. Okay. Good night to you, my friend. Thanks for being here. And yeah, let's get through some of these pictures. There. Ooh. So there's the Capitol building in the background. The way right up in the middle, right in the center. The little tiny building that looks like the one in Washington. That is the Capitol building of Texas, all the way down. Oh, and Jill, you're taking off. Okay, good night, Jill. Thanks for being here. I really appreciate you being here, and I can't wait to see you next week for our stream. And I've lost some of the chat, but that's okay. Old Man Herc130 says, Old Man Bird, there's my favorite Air Force vet. Hey, Old Man Bird is here in the chat. There he is. Hello, Lemon Pie and Herc, proud Texans. Good to see you, Old Man Bird. Your ears were probably burning earlier. Eat the fudge, says PvP. I did eat the fudge. It is so good. It is such good fudge. Lots of sugar. Oh, yeah, that's why it's so heavy. The box feels like a bag of sugar. Bucky's fudge, all the sugar, says Pop Culture Republic. Indeed. Old Man Bird says, okay, I have supper in the oven, says PvP. Sugar. There's a ton of sugar. Spidey is making me want to visit Austin and San Antonio again more often. Well, you should. Absolutely. Let's show some more pictures of it. And okay, this is the lady. Oh, and I did manage to get most of her in there. Old Man Bird, do you remember her name? Her middle name's Belle. I know you remember that. And yes, I am going to eat more Bucky's fudge. Angelina Bell Eberly. And she shot a hole in the, the state land office building. Let's grab that fudge. I don't know what kind is it. The other one was very chocolatey. Very chocolatey. This one, Ooh, vanilla. Ooh, that's vanilla. And banana. Vanilla banana. But vanilla banana fudge. Holy crap. So this woman, she owned an inn with her husband, Captain Eberly. And she overheard Sam Houston, who was staying in it. Sam Houston wanted the state capital to move from Austin to Houston. And so he arranged for his men one night in the middle of the night to load wagons up with all the documentation, all the archives, all the, the treaty rights, all the people's information, everything out of the lands office, the state land office, and loaded up into wagons to be smuggled off to Houston because he wanted to move the capital there. She overheard the plans, went out and saw the guys loading up the wagons in the middle of the night, and she couldn't think of anything except the cannons were always loaded back then with grape shot to be ready against native Indian attacks. So she fired the cannon into the land office building, waking up the townspeople. They figured out what was going on and chased Sam Houston's men a couple miles out of town and got all the records and paper, records, I guess, and all the documentation. They recovered it, took it all back to Austin, a couple miles back to Austin, and gave it to her for safekeeping. And so she basically is the hero that is responsible for Austin being the state capital right now. Who's your sugar daddy? Yeah, well, right now it's me. You should have quit the kush. Damn that fudge. You should have quit the kush. The fudge looks good. Yeah, smoking weed does make you want fudge. Have a good one, guys. I'm heading out. Okay, PvP. Good to have you here, man. I still like being at home, says Kronos. Fair enough. Good night, PvP. Past midnight, I gotta go to bed, says Herc 130. I have to be to work in 7 hours. Damn, Herc. Like the stream if you want fudge, PvP. Good night, PvP, says Jill. Everyone's saying good night. Nice shot, says Kronos. Thanks, man. Jason Love saying hello. Filter. Yeah, Kronos, we don't have filters, you or me. PvP says night, Lemon. Lemon is going away. Well, I hope not. No, PvP is going away. Great song. Reminds me of Demon Knight. Okay, so moving on, because I want to wrap this up in just a few minutes. There is the Black American History Memorial. So there you go. It's all bronze and very nice. It's right on the state capitol lawn. And actually, Texas is not. It has a reputation, perhaps, for being not culturally sensitive. My understanding, according to a Texan who knows about it, has more interracial marriages than California per capita. So take that, California, you racists. Jason Love says, great song. Oh yeah, okay, I read that. Greek Letter says, well, Texas is a lot like France. I've been to France a few times. Greek Letters, I'm not sure it is a lot like France. I don't know about that. Yes, Doomcock said Jason Love. Darn right. R.I.P. No, he's not. PvP is not dead, Kronos. Don't do that. Jeez. That can't be right, Greek Letters. What can't be right? What can't be right? Texas is a lot like France. Yeah, no, I've been to France a couple of times, man. That's not right. And we said good night to Pop Culture Republic. Good night to you. Good night, says Jill. Queso and brisket. We add bacon. Ooh, bacon would have been a good one. PvP says, man, Ray was a famous surrealist photographer. I don't know that name, Ray. And ooh, there's me in the Capitol building. Very cool Capitol building. Looks just like the one in Washington, except slightly bigger. He believed in taking many photos to get a great one. Oh yeah, it's a good idea. Sashi says, I'm not sure if I'm an agnostic, but I was praised for my diagnostic skills back in the day. Well, diagnostic, agnostic, very similar, Sashi. See, Sam, with the tequila, I was also thinking of Pee Wee Herman. Well, I've got his bicycle here, Jason Love. Lemon Pie, this is not a fucking family-friendly show. Canadian Spider-Man. Well, that is true. I was agnostic for years, says PvP. I don't push my beliefs on other peeps. No, fair enough. Neither do I. I support them to believe whatever they want. Then Tiger Stripes was right, Spidey. You're an atheist. Okay, well, there you go. Okay, then atheist what you are. See, fair enough. After hanging with Mikey, Larry, and Jay, I've become a Christian, says PvP. Well, as people get older, they do tend to become believers. Absolutely. That's my belief anyway. And how does accepting Jesus lessen you? I don't think it does. I just don't have a need personally. As again, I don't have a need to believe in any of the other gods, any of the other 5,000 gods that are out there, because they're all equal to me. Anti-Jerf Jill says, I am deist. I am completely sure there is a reasoning force that is responsible for creating the universe and its laws of physics, but it's not the methodology that humanity has invented, but something we cannot fathom. Oh, there's lots we don't understand. I completely agree with that, Jill. He didn't say that, PvP. No, I certainly did not say that. Nope, I never said. I think you're reading into it. I did not say that accepting Jesus lessens you. It's just I don't have a need for it. But I certainly support others that do, as long as they don't push it on me. Go for your life. Old Man Bird says, if religious people were as nice as Spidey, it would be a wonderful way. See, that's the thing, Old Man Bird. Thank you for saying that. I actually think I act more Christian than many, many Christians. Believe it or not. And PvP says, I can respect folks. Yeah, absolutely. We all respect each other. That's all that we can ask for. I miss Fuddruckers, says Kronos. Well, let's get through some of these pickers. Let's get through some of these and get to some of the cool ones that I've got that are new. Yeah, that was 1836, the Battle of Alamo. Okay, that's when it was. 1836, there you go. Ooh, that's one of the memorials on the Capitol lawn there. And there's looking down. The Capitol is to my back, and we're looking towards downtown. So it's like a big park right in the middle of town. Very cool. And there's the cowboy. I thought I clipped that better, but it still cut off his damn head. Damn it. I'll have to adjust that some more. Anyway, that's more of the bucking bronco and the cowboy with his hat way out back, the symbol of one of the symbols of Texas. There's the owl-looking building from the state capitol lawn, that blue glass topped one. And there's another soldier from World War I think. And there's the back end of him. No, that's not. That's pre-World War I. That could be right around the time of the Alamo. Nice spot. And there's speaking of religion, there's a beautiful church right in downtown Austin. See, I admire the architecture, and I respect the church, so, or at least the building I respect. And yeah, just some beautiful architecture around downtown Austin. It's a 10-minute walk from the river, maybe 15 to the Capitol building. And you get to see all kinds of cool artwork as well. I think this is, that's maybe Che Guevara, I believe. Look at the evil taking over the world. Well, yeah, PvP. However, there's less famine in the world than ever before. And there's actually less war in the world right now than almost any other time in history. You do not want to go back to the medieval times. There's a lot of positive things about today. I mean, shit, when we were young, PvP, I mean, you had Panama was fighting, Nicaragua, Honduras, all those regions are backpacker places now and paradise. Cambodia is a backpacker's paradise now. So those places, where's the island off of Greece there? Crete was involved in war. I mean, the Middle East is still at war, but that's never going to change. But yeah, I don't know. There are some positive things. Can you not join Jesus to fight it? No, I fight evil, but I certainly don't need. I mean, to me, that's literally like saying, like any of the other gods. Like, what about Thor, or what about some other Allah? I mean, what's wrong with Allah? He was apparently a real person. So no, it's all the same to me. No, I don't need their help. I fight it all by myself. Literally, I stopped a purse snatching once, so I have stopped crime. I do fight evil, and I write my MPs and I vote correctly, trying to fight it, and through education, through conversations and live streams. I've had a few live streams. I'm trying to fight evil, but if anyone else wants to have Jesus join them, I certainly don't have a problem with that. Me too, PvP. I respect everyone's religion, says Jill, as long as mine are similarly respected. That is an excellent attitude, Jill, and I certainly do respect anyone that wants to believe those sorts of things. Whataburger, yay! It's so good. Whataburger will take over the world, says Old Man Bird. I believe that to be true. Never hired an Uber. Nah, neither have I, Kronos. Oh, no, that's not true. To get to the Boston airport once, I did. And, yep, I did. Sabrina's Espresso, Matt G. Good to see you. Lemon Pie says Tesla is testing its driverless cars in Austin, I think. Well, yeah, there was a whole bunch of them that were running around there, which was fantastic. Here's Buc-ee's. I told you there's like 100 gas, and this is only one half. This is in the middle looking up one way, and it's the same amount down the other way. That is the Buc-ee's gas station. Fantastic. One of the best gas stations in all the world. And there I am right in front of it with the Cardinal Sin shirt, of course. Toast to Cardinal Sin. Cheers, Gil, wherever you might be. See, right now, I bet you Gil would have opinions on stuff. He would love to chime in on religion from where he is. He'd probably have some insight. PvP says, I have been agnostic for years. I got tired of being on the fence. Ah, okay. I gotcha. Yeah, now I got the difference between agnostic and atheist. Yes, there are better burgers in a fancier restaurant, but Whataburger is the best fast food. I agree. God is a fence, says Kronos. Just to be like Kronos. Johnny Cab has arrived. And so it begins. William Shakespeare Spielberg, you're not kidding. That is exactly what I was thinking. That is exactly what I was thinking. Uber is for losers. Yeah, but what if it's driverless, Dionysius Larson? What if it's driverless? PvP says, I decided, F it, I need to make a commitment. Fair enough. Well, hey, it's better than committing to marriage. Well, for us anyway, for dudes. Unless you know she's not crazy, like Jill. In that case, I don't blame her husband at all. Nice fella, gotta tell you, nice fella. Jason, a tall guy. Jason Love says, best fence. Oh, the God being the fence? Yeah, that's right. Taxis are expensive. They are, Kronos, indeed. William Shakespeare Spielberg says hello. PvP says, wish I could meet Jill. Oh, she's awesome. Come down to Texas next time, man. I'm going to do a road trip, I think. Owning your own car is really expensive, says Kronos. It depends on where you are. Yep, it helps if you can work on it and fix it. That's a big deal. Oh, hey, old man Bird. And okay, that's where I am in the chat. There are two of us. Yeah, it's YouTube or StreamYards or whatever. Stupid is as stupid does. Agreed, Kronos. Completely agreed. So this is inside Buc-ee's, and this is just a big department store, gas station. It has and food store all in one. There's the fudge. Okay, that's the fudge I'm talking about, folks. That's the fudge. Like, how good is that fudge? And the lime fudge, the one on the key lime pie, I had that earlier. That is delicious. Absolutely delicious. Ooh, silence will fall, says Jason Love. Divine intervention, says Dionysius Larson. Kronos, as old man Bird. Kronos, you have him laughing. Stupid is as stupid does. Yeah, I agree. Hello, Greek person. Accepting Jesus doesn't cost anything. No, I'm sure it doesn't. For those that wish to do that, I support them. Not me personally, but that's okay. Chat lives do matter, Kronos. They do. That should be a t-shirt. You're right. Just a coincidence, says Jason Love. And I'm not a moron. No, I don't. Why? Is someone calling you a moron? Don't call PvP a moron if anyone did. I don't think they did. What is a Jill? Well, that is a complex question, Kronos. Anyway, I got supper code. Oh, good night, PvP. Choice and being receptive and curious. I like being curious. And free will indeed, says Jason Love. Canadian Spider-Man, you really honor Texas with your visit, and you honor and respect every place you visit. I try to. I had trouble respecting parts of Morocco. I'll tell you that, lemon pie. Tired of people asking for dirhams for every bit of information or directions or everything you wanted there. They think we're just full of money, and I had trouble with Morocco, but that's okay. That's another stream. Cookies and cream. Ooh, and peanut butter fudge. Yeah, I'll leave that up there just for a minute so you guys can ogle that. Nice cannon, says Kronos. And lemon pie, thanks for saying that. I appreciate you. I appreciate you saying that. Her name is Cannon Chick. Cannon Chick. I like it. Who is this Cannon Chick? Was it a picture that I showed earlier? It might have been a picture I showed earlier of a Cannon Chick. Oh, yeah, you remember the name, Angelina Bell Eberly. That's her. Yeah, and she owned the inn and overheard the plans and fired the cannon. My favorite Buc-ee's fudge is peanut butter. Are you kidding, lemon pie? So it's a coincidence that it's up there right now as I read your chat, and I put this picture up before he said that, or he said it before I put the picture, but then I didn't read it until after I put the picture. So wrap your head around that one. And this is jerky. That's turkey jerky on the right. Turkey jerky. Well said, old man Bird. Well, thank you. I appreciate what lemon pie said. Reese's Pieces. You know what, Kronos? I'm going to blow your mind. And I didn't buy them because I thought I'd see them everywhere, and I didn't. I saw Reese's Peanut Butter Oreo cookies. Reese's Peanut Butter Cup Oreo cookies. And I should have bought them. I should have bought it. Had cupcakes that were Reese's Pieces flavored, says Jason Love. Not Frank Cannon, but Cannon. Oh yeah, I know Frank Cannon. Cannon Eye, also Barnaby Jones. Why is lemon number one? Uh, Lemon is number one? I don't think it is. I think strawberry rhubarb is number one. And then blueberry would be number two. Lemon would probably be number three on my list of favorite pies. I don't know French. Ah, ma français c'est très mauvais. J'étudie français pour 7 ans, 8 ans, mais zut alors, ma français c'est très mauvais. So I studied it for 8 years, 7 or 8 years, but my French sucks. Kronos, I don't know. It's probably my use of unnatural dark side abilities, says Lemon Pie. Oh, for lemon, for being number one? I get it. Lemon Pie, you've risen up from the grave. Yes, he has. William Shakespeare says, Spidey looking like Lou Ferrigno, the goat. He is the goat. I'm like a miniature, tiny Smurf, Lou Ferrigno, but thank you. With the hair, I get what you're saying with the hair. Turkey jerky, love it. So this is all in the Buc-ee's, and this is meat on a stick. It's smoked pork tenderloin and smoked turkey tenderloin, and some of it was on a stick, and some of it wasn't. Some of it was in a cup, and you could just get it. And it was so like, where do you see that anywhere? At what other gas station are you ever gonna find that? The only real Hulk, says William Shakespeare. Agreed, my friend. Lou friggin' Ferrigno, 6'5", 340 pounds. Spidey and Hulk team up. Man, I would love to team up with Lou Ferrigno. Lou Ferrigno, if you ever watch this, I'm Canadian Spider-Man. I have my own suit. I will come and find you, and we can do shit. And I wouldn't even want money. Just the honor of meeting you. I'm older, not old, says Kronos. Good enough. Thor isn't a god? Pretty sure he is. I'm pretty sure there was a bunch of people for like a couple of thousand years that believed he was. So he's just as much a god as any other. Time is relevant, isn't it? Time is relevant. Jill is Spartacus. Well, that I can agree with, Kronos. Don't make me angry. You wouldn't like me when I'm angry, says Jason Love. Moving on. Ooh, I could use a good burger. Man, there are good burgers here in Texas, I'll tell you that. Or there in Texas. So there's the fudge making area in Buc-ee's. And sugared nuts. That's for you, William Shakespeare. Sugared nuts and fudge. Sugared nuts. Is that how you spell sugared? I guess it is. Sugared. Interesting. And there is the wall of jerky. Yes, it's on the t-shirt. I read it out earlier. Wall of jerky. That's the wall of jerky, friends, in Buc-ee's. And no one's angry. Nope. David Bruce Banner, well, he's occasionally angry. The choir in the Austin Cathedral was amazing when I attended. The service there was, we saw some Mexican dancers and Mexican musicians because it was Mexican Independence Day on when was that? The 13th of September when I was there with Old Man Bird. Old Man Bird was kind enough to tour me around the Capitol building. And we saw Mexicans singing for their independence. Well, I mean, they already had independence. They weren't singing to receive independence. They were singing because of their independence, happy about it. You know what I mean. Plays Lonely Man theme, says Jason Love. Kronos, it's a famous quote by Bruce Banner, best enjoyed by Bill Bixby. Yes, Bill friggin' Bixby, via the Hulk 1980s TV series. You got it, William Shakespeare. Old Man Bird knows what you're talking about. It's not all the same to me. No? Okay, well, fair enough, Kronos. Like I said, I support anyone who wants to believe whatever they want. As long as they don't push it on me, that's just fine. I support them. William Shakespeare, as a kid, I saw that show. Man, that was such a good show. Sashi says, Cambody is okay. Just stay clear of Myanmar. Man, Sashi, you go to Sihanoukville. You want some beaches and you want $1 American dollar lobsters brought to you on a platter? Sihanoukville, my friend. And the guest house that I stayed at, if memory serves, was called the Christmas Guest House. Go check it out. The rest of Cambodia, maybe not as good. It's actually available on Blu-ray now, thankfully. No kidding, William Shakespeare. That old Hulk series, that is cool. Still got the violence portrayed in Rambo 4. Ooh. Hail, Sashi, says Old Man Bird. Hulk has officially hijacked Spidey's show. Hail, old man bird, says Sashi. Everyone's saying hello. I really need to go to Texas. And old man bird agrees with you, Kronos. He must let the world believe that he's dead until he can find a cure. The way to control the raging spirit within, says Jason Love. And what is with the fudge? The fudge is awesome. You like savory over sweet? Well, here you go then, Kronos. There's savory. That is the wall of jerky. And yeah, I can't talk very much more. So this is pork tenderloin and cheese with pretzels to go. I grabbed one, and it's great road snacks at Buc-ee's. And there's Buc-ee's. Huge. There we go. There's some more Buc-ee's. I think that's enough of Buc-ee's, don't you? Okay, so here's walking downtown Austin. This is me walking towards Franklin's to go meet Tiger Stripes for barbecue. And there's Franklin's with the barbecue. Such a small little place. There's the barbecue. Let's just sit on that photo for a minute. And we're just about done. Let's wrap this up in 10 minutes. Hulk TV. Hulk has a channel? Well, he should. I bet he does. Yes, William Shakespeare. I do own the DVD. The opening narration is done by Lurch himself. No kidding, says Jason Love. Well, I said no kidding. He said the rest. Sashi says, Jason Love, Myanmar has had an ongoing civil war since 2021. Man, I bet you it's been going on even it hasn't been a great place to travel even since before that. Hey, Sashi. Sashi, damn, that sucks. It does. Me too, Jason Love, but I haven't watched it. Now thinking I'd like to get the Blu-rays if I can. It's classic. Is that BDs? I think the Blu-ray discs. Yeah, I would love to have that show on Blu-ray disc. Jerky is good stuff. Even venison. Sure is, Kronos. I hope to be going deer hunting this next week and get a deer. I thought about wearing my cleats for going deer hunting. Is that crazy? Wearing cleats for deer hunting? I don't know. It just occurred to me. Maybe it would be good. He means lemon as in me and a number one in the chat ranking. Oh, really? I can't see those rankings. Unless I switch over to, let's go to the YouTube side of it. And yeah, okay. Oh, shit. All right. There you go. I see. Not so you weren't talking about the pie. I didn't like my French teacher, says Kronos. Fair enough. 19 Blu-ray discs for that season. Wow. That is cool. All looks good to me, says Kronos. Buc-ee's is cool, lemon pie. So this is the ribs are the biggest part in the foreground, with the brisket, the sliced brisket underneath it, and then I believe that's a cheese jalapeno sausage at the bottom with baked beans. And there up in the middle top is a sliced smoked turkey. All of that is smoked, including the beans. And the beans did have some pork in it. So, yeah, there you go. That's, we could not finish that. The two of us could not finish that. We finished half of that and then took the rest home. And I believe Old Man Bird and I finished it later that evening. Or maybe I did. I think he might have helped. Jason Love in the chat says they also have the TV movies Return of the Incredible Hulk with Thor, Trial of the Incredible Hulk with Daredevil on Kingpin, and lastly the Death of the Incredible Hulk with Highlander, the series actor. No kidding, I have seen that. And Thor like the hammer, Kronos, you got it. Kronos does say, look, I'll discuss the religion question another time if it comes up, but I don't want to keep Spidey up as he has an early morning. Well, thank you. We could do a whole stream on that for sure. And hey, Tony Stark is in here. Excellent. Hail Stark of Iron. Good to see you, Tony. That looks like a Stark raid. Thank you. Cheese is the best. Stark raid. Thank you, Tony. Good stream earlier. I know you went for a long time. That is a lot of meat. It is a lot of meat. Nice platter, says Kronos. Man, it is a good platter. So let's move on with these pictures because I want to finish up here before I die. Yeah, it's Franklin Barbecue right there. Yeah. Okay. So Tiger Stripes took me to this place, and this is called Barton Pools. Barton Pools, and it's natural water that flows through, but they've sort of dammed it up on one end and they control the flow. And it just looks so refreshing. And if you go, just be aware, on Thursdays they're closed all day. And guess what day I'm taking this picture? That's right, it was last Thursday. So I couldn't go in. but it looks really, really nice. Barton Pool, maybe 10 minutes outside of downtown Austin. Maybe 10 minutes. Ooh, that's a lizard. And I cut his head off. Well, you can see his eye. Lizards everywhere. Not that interesting. Here is, that is just across this 4-lane or 5-lane road is the park called, and where the river walk is, right along the river. It's the Colorado River, not that Colorado River, another Colorado River that flows through Austin. And Old Man Bird and I went down here, and we found this guy. That is Stevie Ray Vaughan. He's from Texas. Stark of Iron says, Old Man Bird, missed you. Lemon Pie says, so I have good barbecue in my neck of the woods in South Texas, but that looks very good. It really was. And everyone's saying, hello, I'm not a vegan, says Kronos. Well, good. That'd be silly. Old Man Bird says, hail, Stark of Iron. William Shakespeare says, thanks, Jason Love. I don't even know about those movies. I've written them all down, so I know where to find them. Excellent. Ribs, brisket, turkey, beans, says Jason Love. Lemon pie, barbecue turkey is actually pretty awesome. Man, it really was. Hey, Mark D with a C. Good to see you, man. That looks awesome. Now I got to go to bed now. I've been lurking while painting some 3D prints. Excellent, man. Good to see you, Mark. And I'm hungry now, says Kronos. Yeah, well, that's okay. We changed the photo. So that is Stevie Ray Vaughan, and the river is just behind him. And there is the Austin skyline in the evening behind the statue. It's like an 8-foot tall statue, bronze, of Stevie Ray Vaughan with his guitar. And there is, see, this is taken with Old Man Bird's camera, which really adds a lot of light to the photo. Much better than mine, as you can see. And that was no flash either, so there you go. Ooh, yeah, that was in the parking garage that we parked at. I walked by that. That was a cool car. There's so much American muscle, new and old, all through Texas, all over. Absolutely incredible. Oh, what's going on there? Why is that the last one? Oh, did we think is that just about all of them? I think that's just about all of them, folks. I think that is just about it. Yeah, we are done the photos for this portion of the stream. Now, I was given permission to show this, so I'm going to just put this up as the last picture, remove that, and we're going to add to end up the show. Let me just show this. And I have permission to show that. So there is me and Old Man Bird. And yeah, I know I've got a goofy expression, but that's okay. The suave-looking gentleman is Old Man Bird, and we are at Cabela's with a cowboy. And there you can see the top of the cowboy's head there with his rifle. So that is that was my first evening in Texas, and tired but excited is my look. And thanks for being here, Mark. I'm hungry now, and yeah, let's. Jason Love says she played Amanda, or the Great Amanda. Okay. Old Man Bird says, can't watch Spidey stream without hunger. That's funny. That's funny, Old Man Bird. Yeah, well, you were the one that gave me the idea to do a food trivia by picture stream. We'll do that in a couple of weeks, but I'll take pictures, or I've got pictures, and I'll assemble them from all over the world, and we'll do a stream, and I'll show the pictures, and the chat can guess what country it's from, or even what food it is. Some of them will be obvious, some of them not so obvious. Was painting some prints of Thor's hammer, says Mark D. Well, that is awesome, man. That is fantastic. That is a worthy thing to take a picture, or to paint a picture of, I'll tell you that. That is an excellent one. Barton Springs, says Lemon Pie. That's right. That's a nice Groot, says Kronos. I swam in it as a kid, and it's freaking cold, says Lemon Pie. Oh, the Colorado River, no doubt. Old Man Bird giving you the thumbs up. I've heard of that name. If I remember, Thor was played by Eric Allen Kramer, and Kingpin is played by Gimli. Wow, Jason Love. Okay. Texas barbecue is amazing. Mark D with a C, you said it. Stevie Ray Vaughan. Yeah, you're darn right, Jason Love. He's from Texas. Stark Byron says, well, guys, I got to get to member movie night. Love you all. See you later, Tony. We are wrapping up here just as soon as I get through these last chats. Stop teasing me, says Kronos. Night, Tony. Happy birthday weekend. Stark. Yes, everyone, it is Tony Stark's birthday this coming Sunday. So I know you're going to have a birthday party stream, so we'll see you there, Tony. Take care, everyone. Bumblebee. No, it wasn't Bumblebee. It was a Pawnee. I don't know what kind of car that was. Shit. It had the flags, the racing flags. So that's a Chevy. It's a Chevy Camaro. I'm going to say that's a Camaro. Someone will correct me if I'm wrong. Good night, Stark of Iron. Everyone's saying good night. Hope you can hang Sunday for the party panel, says Stark of Iron. That is fantastic. I'll be sailing, Tony, but if it rains, I'll come and check you out, man. I should drop in anyway. Old Man Bird is saying hello to everyone. Folks, reach out. I'm slotting RSVPs. Excellent, Tony. That should be a good birthday stream. For certain hours of the day, you got it, man. Good night, Spidey. Love you, brother. Good night, Tony. Good night to you, man, and I'm glad to see you. Thanks for coming, man. Thanks for coming, brother. We're really glad to be here. Old Man Bird is here, Kronos. He's been here the whole time. Unless you blocked him, then you won't see him. Eugene, when I get to Texas, I'm bringing some real Kentucky bourbon, says Tony. That sounds good. Lemon Pie says, Old Man Bird is considered a fine piece of ass by the ladies. Indeed. That's why he's married. Old Man Bird says, I look like Frankenstein. What? Are you crazy? Didn't look like Frankenstein at all, man. I was the one with the weird expression there. You guys should see how fast Spidey is. 100 meters in 6 seconds. Well, that's not 10 seconds, 11 seconds, 12 seconds, maybe even not 6. But thank you. Stark of Iron, at one time we were expecting you in San Antonio. That's right. That would have been cool to see you show up in San Antonio. Tony is growing up, true. I wish I still had some whiskey left. Need to buy some more, says Jill. Yes, you do. Well, need is a strong word. But has Tony already moved to Texas or no? No, I don't believe so, Tony. Lemon. Otherwise, I would have visited him and seen him. So that's a no. Jason Love says, if you're a fan of the Bill Bixby, Lou Ferrigno Hulk and have not seen the return, trial, and death of the Incredible Hulk, check him out. Absolutely, Jason Love. Good advice. Jill needs some whiskey. I can help, says Kronos. Thank you. Okay, Jason Love located all of the films by name and date. Now on to finding a release. Excellent. William Shakespeare. Actually, vodka is better. Well, the Russians might agree with you there. I do less crazy, stupid, breaking my electronics on vodka than whiskey. That is true, especially when watching hockey games where we're losing. The TV movies I've seen are on DVD. They are excellent. They are excellent. I should get them on physical media. Physical media is a good thing to have. Anyway, folks, it is 11 o'clock. I got to work early. I thank you for being here. We're going to end the stream next Thursday. If you want to see the Alamo, more specifically, if you want to see Pee-wee Herman's bicycle in the Alamo with Tiger Stripes as a co-host and Anti-Derivative Jill as a co-host and myself, then come next Thursday around 9 p.m. and if that's okay with them, if that works for Tiger and Jill, and we'll be doing the Alamo next Thursday, right? All right, thanks everyone. Good night, everybody. Thanks for being here. I appreciate each and every one of you. All right, and we're gonna thanks, Lemon. That's excellent. So long, and thanks for all the fish. Later, daters. Good night. Rock on. Thanks, everyone. Good night, Mark D with a C. Good to see you lurking there. All right. Have a good night, everyone.